Manchester United beaten at Newcastle on Saturday evening. Brilliant Newcastle performance, it has to be said, by the way. Lewis Miley, goodness me, how can he be 17 years of age? Talking of Lewis's, let's hear from a Manchester United fan, and his name is Lewis. Good morning to you, Lewis.
Morning, Lewis. How are you, mate?
What did you make your team's performance?
Morning, gents. Jeff, let me just quickly say it's great to have you on talkSPORT, mate.
Thanks, Lewis.
We loved you on Soccer Saturday, and we're going to love listening to you on talkSPORT. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Lewis.
Yeah, no, listen, no surprise we lost to Newcastle. You know, we only beat the team sort of in the bottom half of the table, like you reeled off earlier, Jeff. And when we do beat them, it's only usually by one goal. You know, we get away with it or we get lucky. So, you know, every time we played a good team, we just don't win. We don't play well. The football's rubbish. And when you're saying who's to blame, I mean, I think Ten Hag's to blame, but the players are just not good enough. You know, a lot of these players in the squad have sort of sacked the last 2 or 3 managers. They're just with their abject performances and effort they're putting in. You know, so there's a combination there. I don't think Ten Hag's good enough. I don't think he's the man. He makes too many errors with his team selection, tactics, in-game management. Most of the players he's bought with 400 million in the last 3 windows have been poor. So I think he's a big problem there. But the players, we're stuck with so many of these not good enough players who are just on ridiculous wages. They've got a few years left of contract. We can't sell them, move them on. So we're stuck with a lot of this group for another couple of years. So, you know, it's rubbish. But what happens is he nicks a win, Ten Hag, every now and then, just to sort of top his credit up as the pressure's building. And then you get people saying, we've turned a corner, or United are back on track because we beat Luton or we beat Sheffield United or something. And then when we play a good team, we lose again. You know, we'll probably lose to Chelsea tomorrow night, Wednesday night rather. But then we'll beat Bournemouth at the weekend, Old Trafford. And they'll be like, United are okay now. And then we'll lose to Bayern Munich next week. You see what I mean? He's always going to get an easy game or an easy win somewhere just to keep his head above water. But in the grand scheme of things, we're going to lose a lot more games this season. The football's not going to improve. And he keeps saying in his interviews, guys, we're going to stick to the plan. You know, we'll learn lessons from this defeat. Well, what plan's that, Erik? What's the plan? Play rubbish football every week and lose to the better teams? You know, where are we going? This season's just falling apart. We're at the Champions League next week. We're not going to get top 4. We're out the League Cup. You know, we got a kind draw in the FA Cup against Wigan, didn't we? So our only hope of a trophy, really, unless we fall in the Europa League, we might have a shot at that. But
Lewis, thank you very much indeed for that. Don't be all doom and gloom. You thumped Chelsea at Old Trafford last season, by the way.
I hope that was as therapeutic for Lewis as it seemed.
Yeah, get it off your chest, son.
I had my eyes closed there, actually, Jim, and I could just see Lewis lying on my couch there, just getting it all off his chest.
Talks a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Chelsea home game back in May, by the way, that Manchester United won 4-1. That was the last time that Marcus Rashford scored a home goal. Would you believe, a home league goal? Yeah. Well, he hasn't scored at home this season, so you know.
He did make some great points, but then he said a couple of things that no surprise, not good enough. But he did mention the lack of effort. That was the thing that really astounded me. It just looked poor at the weekend.